Welcome to fifth quarter, brothers, gentlemen, ladies. We appreciate the feedback and we appreciate the views. As you know, we have separated our fifth quarter from the Flight Room podcast. What we want to do is make sure that we hit up all topics, all relevant topics for sports. And also we do predictions and we also do our estimates for the plus and minus. My man Remy over here keep tally and keep us right. Make sure we over 500 with our predictions. So just introduce my guys. We got Hey Al, we got my man Remy, we got my man Lighthouse Marcus, and my man Simo Corey. And we will have Brian and we will have Phil a little bit later. They did say they would come, so we'll have them probably a little bit later on the fifth quarter. So guys, just jumping into it. Let's jump right into it. And when I say that, let's talk about Alex Smith. His first actual start, and it wasn't really a start because because Kyle Allen got hurt, so he had to actually come in and replace him. So any thoughts on that regarding him and Dwayne Haskins and how they did Dwayne Haskins kind of dirty? I personally don't think that Alex Smith was ready at all because he didn't look like Alex Smith. He was hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this right. So he was 4-32, which is actually pretty good, but he threw 3 interceptions, which that season, the seasons that he actually did start with the Redskins, I don't think he threw 3 picks in the first 3 games. He didn't even throw 3 picks. So this was a little bit unconventional. I don't know if it was the nervousness. I don't know if it was like him stepping back on that leg. Like I don't know. What y'all think?
Yeah, the picks were like him throwing from like not a strong foundation. Well, at least one of them. The last one looked like he just ain't know where everybody was supposed to be. But
yeah.
I mean the numbers kind of. I mean he threw for 300 yards and he ain't started the game, but a lot of that shit was like garbage time, yards, and we was already out the game. We came back. We had a chance to win this shit. Like we shouldn't. There was no reason why we should have been in that game with 5 turnovers. But
yeah, that's crazy.
We came back because like the Giants was playing like damn near like prevent defense, like when they was up so much. So like I can't really say if he played well or not. I know like he did look, somewhat mobile. Alex Smith, that's like one of his strengths. He's like deceptively, for an older, quarterback. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect with this Detroit game coming up. I don't know. Like this shit has just been one big shit show. I'm just ready for the season.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah. My thing is like I just don't understand because it's like the criteria that Ron Rivera is using to judge, who's a star quarterback. It seems like the only person who has to live up to a standard is Dwayne Haskins because the same amount of interceptions that Alex Smith threw in that last game was the same amount of interceptions that Dwayne Haskins threw to put him on the hot seat in the first place. And then from the way I saw it, it seemed like the reason why Alex Smith threw those picks is because as soon as he started feeling that pressure, he got scared and he just threw it. And I'm not even saying that in a judgmental way. I mean, I feel like it's understandable from all he's been through. When he felt that rush coming, I felt like he was panicking. He would just throw the ball real quick. Because I think the first pick to McKissick slipped, but the second 2 picks, from what I see, I think they both was just him being the pressure was just too much. He looked good, but as soon as he started getting pressure, he was getting happy feet. He was getting rid of that ball real fast. So that's how it looked to me. And I think at this point, man, Haskins is supposed to be playing. I know, it's like, well, what are we trying to do? You trying to hold a dude back because you're trying to win the division with 5-6 wins. Like I don't see, at this point in the season, you might as well just, gamble, just put it all on Haskins. If you win, you win, you lose, you lose. Clearly, he's not the reason the team is losing, because when he's on the bench, the team has only won 2 games, and one of those victories is when he. So I mean, it's clearly not his fault why the team's not winning. So I see no reason why he shouldn't be playing.
What you think, Al? I know you ain't a Skin or Washington football team fan. What's your perspective as, a fan of a whole different team? Were you able to watch the game at all?
I mean, I saw clips. I saw clips. But I think, like, going into the season, I would have probably said I think Alex Smith probably gave y'all a better chance to win with that defense. Not necessarily. I'm sorry. A healthy Alex Smith, not necessarily this Alex Smith. A healthy Alex Smith.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But
yeah. But I wonder if that's what's playing into the equation right now, as opposed to like why Dwayne Haskins isn't getting no bump, and why he's not even dressing. But I don't know. It's hard to judge that team. It's hard to judge our team without fully being engulfed and knowing everything, the ins and outs of what's going on. But like I said, I think the stats going to come, but I wonder if some of that lack of chemistry is just getting back to football acclimation, and then also not having the opportunity to run with the ones and the twos. Run with the ones for real. So like building that chemistry. So he has this week, and moving forward, I guess we'll see. I guess y'all will see. I don't know how you want to put that on how he looked this week. But yeah, I think he might be all right.
The thing is, like, I don't see like our game plan getting any better from here on out. It's going to be, a scared, conservative game plan from here on out. Like, it already was scared, but now you have a man that's like literally on his last leg. And
I think one of the things with Alex Smith though, and one of the things that might play a good part for y'all is Alex Smith is a check down Charlie for real, and with running backs, y'all got some nice little receiving backs. So I guess I get them the opportunity to get the ball in space a little bit, and then I don't know, but we've
been playing that horizontal game all year, so like it's not benefiting nobody when you can't over top. You gotta have some sort of balance, and we're not running the ball good, so none of that.
I will say this. I did see a couple. Like I said, I seen a couple of plays, but it looked like Cam Sims flashed on the opposite side of Scary Terry. So that might open up something else too. It's Cam. Right?
Yeah, Cam Sims. Yeah, I saw that too. He healthy now, so we might got 2 receivers that he can go to. But my thing is, like, I feel like as bad as a year, we're having, like, why not have Haskins in for a full year? That's my thing. Like, why not let him learn? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not let him progress and learn? If you already having a fucked up year, he hasn't even played like a string of like 8 games together. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, I don't know. I don't like that shit, man. Like, they ain't letting him build at all. So yeah.
That's what I would say.
Alex Smith is no longer. No, Alex Smith is no long-term solution. Like, we all know that he got one leg. He got. What's the upside of putting Alex Smith in at the end of the day? I just don't see it. I don't understand. Right. The only thing I get from it, he trying his best to keep Haskins off the field, because I just don't see what you lose with Alex Smith. There's nothing that those other 2 quarterbacks has done watching this team this season that you can tell me that Haskins can't do, because he's even had success last season. You know what I'm saying? He's done it before. So it's not like if you like, they're making it seem like he's like the most incompetent quarterback in the league. Even before he got benched, I think 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Right now, I think Daniel Jones has more picks than touchdowns, and Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the reason why you would put him at the bottom of the bench when you got starters in other places who have shown that he's just as good, if maybe not better than those guys. So it makes no sense to me. Still, here we are. Still don't make sense.
I feel like the Skins organization is just, they're not committing to the rebuild phase, because I feel like the Skins have to rebuild every 2-3 years or whatever. I feel like they're just in a constant rebuilding stage. It's a revolving door of Bama's just coming in, coaches, quarterbacks, whatever. It's like and you're gonna use a number one pick on a quarterback like Haskins. It's like give him a shot, give him a fucking shot. Like you say, at least let him play one full season. It don't make no fucking sense. Everybody else, like they're saying, like y'all said, Danny Jones. It's a rack of Bama's that's playing shitty right now, and it's like, come on, man. He could at least get a full season, see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all to put somebody in there like, yeah, literally on his last leg, it's like, come on, bro. I don't understand that shit. And especially in the division where anybody can get that joint, basically with the everybody's record right now. Anybody can get that joint. Let the rookie. Well, he's not a rookie now, but let the young bull get his burn, man. Let him get his burn. I don't understand that shit.
What do y'all think like the deadline is like for that to happen? Like if we go, I guess week 10 coming up. Like what's the deadline? Like at some point, like you gotta give up hope for him to even come in. Like, are they going to give him like the last 4 games for sure? Or are they going to give him like, the last games?
Man, I don't think they're going to give him nothing because I really think Haskins, they're trying to keep him off the field.
He's not even dressing.
Want this nigga to play.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if he would have brought in another free agent quarterback. But the only reason why he didn't bring in another free agent quarterback because he don't want to drop nobody else off the roster in order to bring another guy in. So that's the only reason why Haskins is a backup because he don't want to have to cut nobody else to bring in another quarterback. That nigga does not want.
I'm going to say this, and I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. It's a possibility Alex Smith will get hurt, and it's a possibility Dwayne Haskins will play again in the next couple of weeks.
Hey, I was nervous though that whole game, dog. I was nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, I do not want to see this nigga get fucked up.
Yeah,
man. Like even that alone, just the fact that angst is still there. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it. Yeah. You can see it when the pressure came. You can see it. So.
Yeah, because imagine if we feel like that. Imagine
100% confident.
Feels. Imagine how he actually feels inside his head. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably in his head, like talking to himself, like, all right, don't do this, don't do that. Like that shit crazy, man.
He trying to get rid of that motherfucking ball.
He better throw all of them slant routes and get that shit the fuck out of his hands. Mm-hmm. He actually took a couple sacks, and I was like, bruh, like get rid of the fucking ball, bro. Like, damn.
Especially with all line, like, that shit is even scarier. Just knowing.
Yeah. I wanted to transition real quick though, since Paul's mentioning the slants.
Oh, shit.
I wanted to move to the Bucs and the Saints.
Oh, okay.
Is it me, or does Tom Brady does not really? Oh, he's the GOAT. Don't get me wrong. Tom Brady is the GOAT, as they say. But I want to put it into perspective. I feel like he's like the ultimate game manager. I swear I do not see him making good deep throws. I don't see him making good deep throws on routes to like. He's always overthrowing Alabama, like Mike Evans on the deep routes and shit like that. It was a lot of he looked real shitty this week. He looked real shitty this week. Real shitty. But I just want to, and just when I think back of Tom Brady and the Patriots, I just remember him doing a lot of fucking slants with like Julian Edelman, and Edelman is a fucking beast, and he was out there just making that shit work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had a couple of throws. He had a few throws deep to Gronk, but is it just me? Is he really the ultimate game manager, or can he really sling the rock? I don't understand. I don't know. He looks shitty this week.
You don't think that's like recency effect for you, Lord? like you seen him this week get blown out, but like he put up big numbers against like San Diego earlier this year. He put big numbers against who like
Yeah.
like he's
But that's my thing. It's like, yeah, he'll put up the numbers, but it's not like he's not like he has a fucking hand cannon. He's tossing that bitch back. It's like he is a fucking game manager. He really understands that football is a game of inches, and I don't want to slight him and say he's dunking them joints, but he really plays fucking a game of inches. When you get on the field with Tom Brady, he's gonna play the game of inches. So it's gonna be some slants, it's gonna be some short routes. He's not. I don't really see him just throwing that bitch up. I really don't see it. I really don't see it.
And this might just be me. I feel like he's always been like that. I feel like this year he's actually been throwing the ball further down the field as opposed to like previous years. Like I think the only time I remember him like going bombs away was when he had Randy.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the only time I remember him going bombs away. I feel like he's always been like an elite game manager. He's always been
and for the few games he had AB, but that was it.
Yeah. That one game, I think it was that one game. He had AB. So
it was one game. Yeah,
it's been like that, and I think it's like heightened right now. But I also think like the Saints secondary ain't no slouch for real. If you think about Marshawn Lattimore on one side, they got PJ Williams, they got Mike Jenkins in the safety. But then at the same time, I think what happened this week, and maybe it's just this week, but I think they just have too many fucking weapons. Like when you have too many weapons and you don't know who to fucking go to, like you got. I mean, of course it sounds good and it looks good on paper,
right?
But it's difficult to try to make everybody happy, especially when you're trying to force feed. It seemed like maybe he was trying to force different people the ball on different occasions. But like again, man. And a matter of fact, the niggas ran the ball 4 times or 5 times. Like that's some shit. Like if I know you about to sit back there and throw the ball, like I'm just gonna pin my ears as a defense and pin my ears back for my rushes, and then at the same time just play coverage. So
he's 5th this year in air yards per attempt, number 5.
Really?
Yeah, so he getting it down there. But he is. Yeah, so this is the thing.
That last game was his worst game too.
Yeah, but he is a game manager. He is a clock manager, like you said, Corey. I think he is the master of that shit. And I think this is why he has so many damn comebacks in the fourth quarter. Because he knows how to manage the game. He knows how to manage the clock. And if you just look at how quick his release is and how quick he'll get to the line and call a play, that Bama's a master at that shit. So I think it is a little bit of that too. But he just had a badass game, man. I swear he probably went home and was like pissed. He probably still looking at video right now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever seen Tom Brady play like that.
Yeah, he probably still have video footage because he's like a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? So if he got a bad game like that, he probably trying to check every aspect of it and understand what happened. But I don't know. Who they play this week? Because I could see him having like a
Carolina. They got Carolina.
He playing bridge.
Yeah. Did AB was AB even able to practice with them last week, and then they just let him play?
Yeah. So I think he's gonna go off this week. I'm not. Don't quote me on that shit, but usually if a goat like that loses horribly, they usually bounce back.
Yeah.
Like and it's
on TV and it was on TV.
Yeah. Everybody's seen it, dog. Everybody's seen it.
The Saints.
Go ahead, Randall. What are you saying?
What would you say? And the Saints was acting a fool in the locker room afterwards. So,
boy, did you see Sean Payton dancing?
Oh yeah.
Sean Payton was dancing. What?
But even with that, Tom Brady, that was what his first game. That was his first. He threw 3 interceptions, but previous to that, he didn't have one in 4 games. So I mean, he's not going to turn the ball over like that. He's going to bounce right back. So I wouldn't even put too much stake in this last.
He want to see them niggas in the playoffs, bro. He want to see them niggas in the playoffs.
They even had Jameis come back eating W's again.
Yeah,
Jameis. You know Jameis gonna act up. He can't help it, man. He one of them niggas. He gonna act up, man.
like he did something. He was talking shit. Like he was like, you could hear it on the field. He was like, yeah, we taking a knee. Did y'all hear that shit during the game?
Oh yeah, I did hear that at the end of the game. Yeah, I heard that shit. He always talks shit, man.
It meant something to him because it was Tampa. So I mean, he felt slighted. But like, what you expect him to do? It was you with Tom Brady. What you expect?
Yeah, I know, right?
So to that point though, how do y'all think Jameis Winston is going to progress since he behind my man Drew? Like, you think he really learning? Is he taking the shit in? Like, is he, you know what I'm saying? Is he going to have a better cadence? Is he going to have a better rhythm and management of the game?
I think so. I think playing with somebody like Drew Brees and how his professionalism, how he he brings it to the field every single day. I think that's going to definitely rub off on Jameis. And plus, I think what another thing that's going to help Jameis a lot that nobody's seen him on the field for a whole season. So that effect of like that taste in people's mouth for that 31 interception season is kind of like, it's like kind of like when you have a bad rapport with somebody that you don't see him for a while, and then you see him again. It's like, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? You get over it just because you ain't seen him in a while type shit. So I feel like that's what Jameis is going to do. I feel like somebody going to give him an opportunity next season, or he's at least going to have the opportunity to be in the quarterback battle to be a starter somewhere next year. If not the Saints, I still don't see Drew Brees retiring though. Drew Brees ain't going nowhere, dog.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh pick him up.
Who, Jameis?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
You said Big Ben's supposed to be retiring after this season, right?
Might be.
I feel like
that would be I feel like that'd be a great spot because they kind of similar. They both gunslingers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see why not.
I would say it would either be him or Cam goes to Pittsburgh.
Honestly, right now, I'm taking Jameis over Cam today. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know. He don't look the same no more.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah,
the same no more.
He's not looking too good.
I think one of the things with Jameis, I think maybe he learned from Drew Brees and he won't have nowhere, or hopefully he learned from Drew Brees and he won't have nowhere near 31 interception season again. Whereas though
that's crazy.
He's understanding that you don't got to throw the ball deep at play. You can actually check it down and pick up yards and actually.
You don't have to go that Hail Mary every play, bro.
I like what Jameis brings to a locker room. He's definitely like a leader in the locker room. He rouses guys up, man. You know, like I said, he might throw a pick, he might throw a lot of picks, he might do some stupid shit every now and then off the field, but inside the locker room, his teammates respect him though. He definitely that type of nigga stuff.
I agree with that, especially.
I mean, like I said, I fuck with Jameis. You know.
He definitely is he definitely a competitor though. He's definitely a competitor. If you can throw fucking 31 picks and not even think about that shit and keep going every day.
Yeah.
keep going back to work next Sunday. Shit.
Nah, I was just gonna say,
how old is James?
I don't know. Well, you want to say like 20, maybe 28? That's a good question.
Probably like 26.
What you saying, Aldo?
Oh, he got some longevity then.
I was just gonna say, like even that Jameson and competitor shit. I remember that speech after the national championship game. Don't nobody remember it, but he was just talking, and he was talking like, where's he from? He's from like Alabama or something like that.
Yeah,
real country talk. But at the same time, I know for a fact he got the entire team riled up, and he used to get that entire sideline riled up for Florida State. I remember that shit.
Even when he went back, like in the games.
He's 26. He's 26, so he's still young.
Really? Oh, he's real young. I didn't know
I thought he was older than that. He's only 26.
Yeah.
So he got a lot he got a lot of fresh legs too. Like him compared to Cam, I feel like Cam is slowing down like tremendously.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He won a national title as a freshman though, right?
Redshirt freshman, I think, right?
Yeah. So
Jameis, I think so.
Redshirt freshman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got a lot of time, man.
Yeah.
And he's a competitor because he played baseball.
I think this might have been the best thing.
Yeah, to learn behind Drew Brees. Yeah,
just to sit down for a year. I think his agent was brilliant for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a really good move, man.
Yeah. Damn, I did not know he was that young. Yeah, he might come out this joint. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, do y'all think Clemson is out of the playoff picture for college football?
Nah, not at all. Because they lost Notre Dame's ranked 4th. So if you lose to a team that's that highly ranked, it shouldn't knock you down that far. You know what I'm saying? And they still, I think they still got at least a couple quality games left in the season that can help build their resume back up to get in the playoffs. I wouldn't count them out at all.
I don't think Notre Dame is that good. So like Notre Dame could like finish the season with a couple of losses. And then how's that loss gonna look on Clemson?
No, but I think that loss gonna look good on Clemson. I mean, not necessarily look too bad on Clemson because they was playing without Trevor Lawrence, even though he was on the sideline with COVID. Yeah, I don't think that loss gonna look too bad. But at the same time, even if Notre Dame runs the table, or even if they don't run the table, you got 8. Was it 8 teams now? I think it's going.
8. I didn't know.
Yeah, I think they got 8 teams because it's. No. I'm sorry, my bad. 4 teams. Top 4. Hold on. Top 4. Yeah. Top 4 teams. I think they're gonna find a way for Clemson to get back in there. Dabo's gonna talk his way in there. I think it's the top 4.
Never mind. Notre Dame don't play nobody for the rest of the season. Boston College, North Carolina, Syracuse, Wake Forest. Maybe North Carolina can give them some go.
They could lose one of those games though. North Carolina is not bad. And the same thing with Boston College. Boston College is one of those teams that just randomly be upsetting people for no reason. So I wouldn't take them out of there either. So.
Hey, how quick do they play North Carolina? Because they about to have some COVID tests. I know they gotta have some COVID tests the way they stormed the field after that.
Friday night game
coming up.
Next Friday, not this Friday.
Yeah, they might be some stuff, man.
Black Friday. I don't know. Maybe, but they got them ranked number 2 now. I guess they jumped up.
Oh, for real? They only got knocked down 1.
No, I'm talking about
good then.
Notre Dame.
You got to think from a money. Oh no, Notre Dame's number 2 now.
Yeah.
So where's Clemson now?
4.
Oh, okay. I mean, you got also. Don't you think college football wants Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs?
Of course. Yeah.
I don't think there's. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Clemson's gonna be, as long as they don't lose no more games, they'll be all right.
I think I don't want to see Florida though play over than Notre Dame. Florida or Texas A&M, somebody with a tougher schedule.
Y'all seen how they kept mentioning Trevor Lawrence in that Jets game?
Yeah.
That's kind of dirty to Sam Darnold, dog. I thought that was their man.
When they had 12 minutes for the extra point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like they put their bid in right there. That's
like, damn, dog.
They already letting you know.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I was watching something on ESPN. Maybe I want to say it was on Sunday, but they was talking about Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, and they was comparing them, and they was basically saying Trevor Lawrence is like a generational talent. And they were saying Justin Fields is just as good, but then they set Justin Fields up for the same shit that they always do. So the nigga, who was it? I think it was Greg McElroy. He was like, he showed 2 plays that Justin Fields did last season to say that this is what Justin Fields needs to work on in order to solidify himself as a top-tier quarterback. But I'm like, why are you just choosing 2 plays to show when you can choose 2 plays out of Trevor Lawrence just the same? You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence has thrown interceptions. Trevor Lawrence has missed interceptions. So why are you not putting the lens on that aspect? You're just taking basically 2 incompletions that Justin Fields threw and then saying that he needs to work on this. And guess what they said he need to work on? Going through his progressions. That's what they say he need to work on. If you watch those Ohio State games, that nigga was going through his progressions. So I'm like, what is this nigga talking about? He making up shit. But the thing is, he already planting that seed for the narrative they're gonna say around this nigga going forward. So be ready. They're gonna start saying this nigga can't go through his progressions. The first time he start having a little bit of negativity going his way when he goes to the league. So Greg McElroy just planted that seed. I saw that shit. I was like, oh, they about to set this nigga up. Here we go again.
It's like you can't draft Justin Fields without a plan. Like if you draft him, you gotta, it got like some Kyler Murray. You gotta open that shit up for him to be the best player he can be.
Yeah.
Like, you can't plan him in any system. Like, all right, go. You got
Kyler Murray is like probably the best balanced quarterback I've seen in a long ass time. When you could say that he's a runner, you know what I'm saying? You could say he's a runner, but like he'll pull that shit down and but he can still throw that shit and that joint be accurate. It's accurate. He's not a Lamar Jackson. He's he might get Russell. He might get Russell Wilson. Because he could pull that shit down and take the fuck off. And he's done it I don't know how many times this season. But and he's accurate as shit. He's we might be looking at an MVP, dog. We might be looking at an MVP. Kyler.
He definitely one of the top quarterbacks under 25 that I would want to start my franchise. But let's switch sports.
Oh, yeah.
What about, they say the point guard is similar to the quarterback in basketball. So what NBA point guard under 25 would you rather would you prefer to have on your team to start your franchise?
Hey, when I first pulled up this list, I was like, God damn, I think the NBA is gonna be in some good hands moving forward. Usually old niggas be like, it's not the same league. But if you look at this list,
the bubble showed me the NBA got a lot of young talent. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be okay.
Under 20,
and you got an image. You got an image you can put on the screen of the players.
Nah, because there's so many.
It is a lot. Okay. It's a lot. It was
I was just gonna start naming them. I mean, not necessarily who I would start, but some of the people I think of off the top of my head is you got Jamal Murray, you got Donovan Mitchell, you got I don't know if you could consider Devin Booker in that category. You got
might as well.
You got Luka. Point guards though.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray played that point that score for his point guard. He don't really play next to a pure point guard, so I think he.
Yeah. That's a De'Aaron Fox, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes.
Trae
Young.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
You can put Ben Simmons in there.
Ja Morant. Yep.
Yep.
Doncic.
Lonzo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's not even including the incoming rookies or what have you that might come in and take over. Like Melo. Yeah, that's a good little list. For me, I guess I'll start. For me, I'll go with Luka. Easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say my top two would probably be Luka and Ja. Just because of their versatility. I feel like Luka is just a mismatch, all the way around.
Yeah.
He's 6'10" and he I think he's 230, bro. That bomb is solid as fuck. Pause. But if you got him, he should be taking advantage of that shit every fucking play, man. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? He could shoot. He could post you up. It's what can you do to fucking guard him? Now, take into account that he's not the fastest player at all, but he uses, his skill and his body to get around. And he could easily drop 30 and give you 10 assists every night. But one thing, okay, so this is my sleeper though. And we mentioned Ben Simmons because he actually does play point 70% of the game. And I don't feel like they using him properly either because Ben Simmons is fucking 6'10", bro. Imagine a 6'10" point guard actually utilizing, his strengths and his body, because no point guard can check Ben Simmons. If you really, you know what I'm saying? He got handled. And if he goes to the basket, you're going to have 2 or 3 people trying to, come in on him so he could distribute the ball. All you need is perimeter shooters. So that's my sleeper. I feel like Ben Simmons, they ain't using him right. But I'm going to pass it to y'all. Those are my top 3.
I would say Jamal Murray because just what he did in this the past playoffs, that edge that he plays with, he got big boy like in the paint. But
Jokic.
yeah, he willed that team
Yeah.
to that Western Conference Finals. He willed that team. I go him number one, and number two I will go. He got to get out of Sacramento, but De'Aaron Fox, like, he could be a superstar for real. If he gets out of Sacramento, he could be a superstar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ja Morant. Number one, just because I feel he's undisputed point guard. Like, there's no question of he doesn't play any other position but point. I think he's a leader on the court. You see how he his teammates rally around him. I think one of the biggest indicators of a leader is when your teammates rally around you. And you clearly saw as soon as they drafted him, he stepped on that court. He brought a whole new energy to that team. So I would say that I like, and then the thing I like about him when I watch him on the court, it's like a lot of point guards do this, but it's like he sees the plays before they happen. You know what I'm saying? Like he is almost like he's thinking 2-3 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? I see that a lot. He's a great distributor. He can penetrate. As soon as he just get that 3-point perimeter game, and he can knock down an open shot. But once he start hitting it more consistently, I think he's gonna be unstoppable. So and he played defense, and he played with a lot of tenacity. So I mean, I don't think I would definitely go with Ja. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably arguably the most athletic too out of everybody too. Arguably.
My number two would be Donovan Mitchell. It would have to be Donovan Mitchell. If I'm building a franchise, I mean, like we've seen what he done in Utah, year after year with freaking Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert, and pick and play whoever you want to put else on that starting lineup. So if he would actually have like a team or build a team around him in a different environment, I think that might be sky's the limit for Donovan Mitchell. I know Randall said that before too.
Don't sleep on Trae Young.
The only thing, man, I don't have nothing against him. It's just that to me, he's a 2. When I see Donovan Mitchell, I see a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a distributor. I see you know what I mean? That's just me though. That's D Wade. It's D Wade all over again. It's D Wade. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'd say D Wade was the better distributor than he is. To be honest.
But then D Wade played point like when he first came in the league?
I think his first season he came in at like the intentions was for him to be a point guard, and he just I guess he was so good offensively. Yeah, they just moved him to the 2. I think he came into the league with the intention point guard. Yeah,
they had that good series against like I want to say the Hornets when they were still in Charlotte in the playoffs. He was playing point guard. I want to say.
Young D Wade was nasty, man. Like I think people don't remember when he became the Flash. Like when he first became the Flash, he was on some whole other shit. Like he was crazy.
When he made Miami Wade County, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was probably one of the great. Like that was a really memorable playoff performance. Because who else was on his team? Who else was on that team? It was just him. And I guess in the old Shaq,
Like him, Eddie Jones.
That wasn't Alonzo Mourning. That wasn't Alonzo Mourning years, was it?
I think Alonzo was still Jersey.
That was before that.
Matter of fact, it was when they played the Pacers in the play. Yeah. Jermaine O'Neal and them.
All right, so they just said that the NBA is scheduled to start back on December 22nd. Any early predictions or what have you for the NBA since we're here?
Is it going to back to business, like as far as like stadiums and shit like that?
I don't know yet.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think they're going to have to go back to stadiums. I don't know how they're going to actually incorporate playing in front of fans, but I think they're going to have to go back to stadiums. I just wonder if they're going to do like a baseball type where as though it's like, all right, we played 2 games. I mean, like maybe back to back. Like the Wizards play the Pistons back to back in Detroit, and then all of a sudden maybe they come back to DC and play back to back, or maybe not even back to back, but like 4 games in 5 nights in alternating stadiums, and that way you have a week of playing against each other because once again, this is basketball. You played up against each other, and Corey talks about this shit all the time. But like you playing up against each other, and you got the opportunity to catch COVID.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I think they have fans like the first couple of weeks, but I mean, well, right now they having the COVID. This shit is getting out of hand right now. So
are they willing to have fans in an indoor arena? Because you know, like you can get away with that and with football, but has any other major sports that has like arenas? Have they had let fans in? Like I really have.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
idea.
think it's gonna happen. I think they may try to do it the first.
Because what boxing did was does boxing have fans?
That should be dead.
The tank fight did have fans, and that was in San Antonio though.
All right, well then that's that. Wait, where was it at?
San Antonio, Texas.
Well,
so
I mean,
it depends on the state.
If they can hold that fight, then they can have NBA games. If they can do that, that's one right there. All you needed was one. So I mean, they can probably do it. They're gonna probably have a bunch of those little paper puppets and shit, and then they probably gonna have a few fans spread out within it, and that's probably how they're gonna do that shit.
Yeah. Hey Corey, I think they're gonna go in the reverse. I don't think they're gonna start out with fans. I think they're gonna have to phase in fans because
that makes sense. Like the NFL did.
Yeah, starting out with fans is tough because you got so many different fans. Even if you have state limitations or what have you, I think you got to phase in fans. Personally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, if they play the season, I think the season's going to go. I think they're going to have to extend the season the same way we're seeing like right now with college football and like everybody's running rampant with, or not everybody. I'm sorry. They're running rampant and like affecting games and you having to cancel games and reschedule games. I think that's going to happen in the NBA as well. So I think the season's going to go much longer. And I think if the season goes longer again, I think you got to give the edge to LeBron again. Like I think you got to give the edge to LeBron again, unless if you give him the opportunity to like you know what I'm saying rest during the middle of the season. The Lakers, maybe not LeBron and them, but the Lakers.
No, you had it right.
Will the Splash Brothers be back? Will the Splash Brothers be back?
So they got a number 2 pick too. So the Golden State Warriors got a number 2 pick. So they might make some noise. Man.
And the draft is next Wednesday. So we'll see.
Yep, November
8th. And the thing is that I forgot the exact dates, but the NBA start December 22nd. Free agency, the draft, all that shit has to happen from now until December 22nd. So it's going to be a lot of moving around in the NBA, like trades, all that shit, free agency signings from now to December 22nd. So it's going to be a lot going on.
Y'all know
in the NBA.
Y'all know we shopping around. To your point, Marcus. Y'all know we shopping around Bertans right now.
Yeah, he said he don't want to play here no way. He said that like the end of last year. So.
Yeah, so he gonna be gone, bro. I don't know who we gonna get for him, but people been talking about Tony Snell and some other like 2 other players. I'm like,
I don't know, damn Tony Snell.
Like, are you kidding me? And he getting like $12 million a year. Like that nigga ain't worth no $12 million.
Nah, not at all.
The only way I
keep but for real, go ahead.
I was just going to say the only way I would even think about taking Tony Snell is if that came with a pick. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Tony Snell is in Detroit, if Tony Snell came with like the number 7 pick, like it was Tony Snell and the number 7 pick. That's the only way I'd be like, yeah, sign me up. Other than that, like, fuck no. Tony Snell, you can stay your ass wherever you are.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that. Like,
but if we kept Bertans, that's not a bad starting lineup because with John Wall, Brad Beal, Bertans, wait, who would play the 4?
Rui.
I'm like drawing a blank right now.
Maybe Rui.
Oh yeah, Rui, and then O'Brien ain't bad. You know, he's shown flashes. You know, so that's not a bad lineup. Start 5 right there.
Yeah.
And Rui just gonna keep getting better, man. You know we got an international superstar with Rui, young. Like that nigga is big in his country. So
yeah, for sure.
Did y'all see his commercial? You know he had a commercial.
No, I ain't see it.
Yeah, I forgot what brand it was, but I'm pretty sure the only reason he had a commercial was because he's Japanese.
He with Jordan. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a smart move. He's probably already selling big sneakers in Japan right now.
You need to get what's her name, Naomi Osaka, and they could be a power couple.
Nah, that's what's his name?
That's Corday, baby.
Corday. That's Corday's girl.
Real?
Oh, Corday got on that joint early. He got on that joint early. Like he saw a budding star. He was like, nope, I'm gonna get it before these other rappers.
That's hometown flavor
He got on
too.
that joint early.
He did attach himself quick.
Yeah.
That's hometown flavor too. That's DMV.
So what y'all
right
think?
But hey, she gonna be a star too. She gonna be a star. You know, like I mean, she's already there, but Nike already got their hands all over her, so it's only a matter of time. She just gotta just win, like she need like a grand slam or some shit. That's just all she needs, like something crazy.
I think she ranked like second in the the women's standings, but so what y'all think? Because a lot of us is Wizards fans, right? So what do y'all think with John Wall coming back? You think it's gonna be an instant chemistry? Bradley Beal has taken the reins since John Wall has been out, and so what I've seen in the past is that when Bill goes off and like they win like 4 or 5 games in a row, and then John Wall gets back, like the chemistry ain't really there. Do y'all think in this offseason, or are they gonna have time to build and know who's gonna get what, and and John Wall not holding the ball so much? Like, what y'all think about this upcoming season and their chemistry together?
I think we're always going to be as good as John Wall is. Like he is the catalyst for this team. So regardless of Bill, like Bill was putting up career high points, but he wasn't winning games. John Wall makes the entire team better. He makes bums better. He gets bums paid. He got Nene paid. He got Gortat paid. Like he makes he had Rasul Butler balling. He had just Bama's like was on the streets. Not per se, but
I know what you're saying.
He maximizes the talent around him. So Bradley Beal has to confine his game to John Wall. So but at the end of the day, like if you're moving off the ball, like you're doing less work to get those 30 points. You're not playing, as the most minutes in the league like you've been doing the last 2 years. So
I agree with you, but you don't think John Wall holds the ball a little bit too much?
Yeah, but he is like one of the last pure point guards in this league that we have left. So
I was going I agree with that. I think that John Wall, he kind of can do that because like Randall was saying, he get guys play that pick and roll with the big men. He didn't got niggas paid off that pick and roll, and then him driving to the basket because most niggas can't stand in front of him. So he drive to the basket and kick it out to whoever open on the outside. That's pretty much how he been making his money and how he been making money for other people. So I do agree with that. And and that's the thing, Brad, though, the problem with Brad plays thirsty, and I think he need to slow down if he playing next to John, because Brad, he just like to break niggas down. Like, he not going to just feel comfortable just standing around and waiting for John to pass him the ball. Like, Brad likes to break niggas down, though. So, I don't know. We'll see how it works out.
That's my point, because I think Brad likes to have the ball in his hand, too. Like, he don't like just, catching and shooting like Reddick. Like, he need the ball. He want the ball in his hand. He want to make a couple moves, and if he can't go to the basket, then he'll, you know what I'm saying? Like that's his game. Like he want to, and then either jab, jump. Yeah, he wanna take the jumper or go to the hole. Like, so this is gonna be interesting. I think both of them. I think if John Wall, because I don't know if y'all saw some of his videos, but he's been scrimmaging with Harden. And he's been looking pretty good. Like, he literally blew by like 3 people, like multiple times. The Bama is like so fast. But
that's what he do.
But if he's back to 100%, I feel like they do got like a really good upside. So real quick, and then we can move on to the next topic. What y'all think as far as placement? Like, if the Wizards, if we play a full season, where do y'all think the Wizards are going to fall, especially with LeBron and, a couple people not even being in the East? Where do you think the Wizards will place this season?
We talking about a healthy Wizards, no injuries.
No injuries.
You need Bertans.
And even say we pick up like a center in our draft because I think we got the 9th pick. So let's say we pick up a good ass, you know what I'm saying, center, and we get some bump with the center. That's all John Wall really need. What you think?
I say top 4. I say top 4, but the only my caveat is we gotta have somebody else coming off the bench. I mean, like we have a legit starting 5, but I think I think our our bench like legit has always been like like G League players.
Pretty much,
Like you can literally, as we talk about picking up players off the street, our G League players, and then like as you see, John Wall gets hurt, and then all of a sudden like other people get hurt, and you start plugging and playing, and it's like who is starting tonight, and it's like Diamonds are in the league, so like it's all dependent upon like what that bench can do. But I think we could be a top 4 team, like especially if John and Brad have that chemistry, and then I think of course it's gonna come down to the last 5 minutes of the game, and we know that's gonna be a hurdle at the beginning of the season. But we get the Rock, who's gonna take over, we're gonna be a lot better.
There we go. Okay. So this is who they projecting we're gonna get from USC.
Onyeka.
Yeah, Onyeka from USC. He actually he's decent, man. I could see him playing for the Wizards, but we'll see.
Yep.
I think we're gonna probably get. I think we're gonna get 4th. I'd say 4th or 5th in the East, and then we'll make a little run. I don't know. See, if we 4th or 5th, I don't know who we would play. You know, because that puts us right in the middle. That puts us right in the middle, and that's not a good spot.
If John Wall played with Bird,
I mean, look, you got Toronto. You said what? You said who?
If John Wall gets the chance to play with Bertans, we're fucking shit up. I guarantee we fucking shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bertans can shoot 40 feet out, bro. No problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be all easy looks if you're in the game.
For everybody, do you know how much space? Because you can't collapse the lane at any point in time with John Wall when you got 2 shooters like Bertans and Bradley Beal out there able to catch and shoot. So, like you said, Randall, it'll be a fucking problem if Bertans stays.
I know.
Yep.
Wishful thinking though.
All right, let's touch on. Oh, go ahead, Mark.
No, you got it.
No, I was gonna say let's touch on fantasy football real quick. Mid-season report. How's everybody feeling? And anybody made any moves? Where you think people
feeling too good?
Projected? Right now, I'm actually number 1. I'm tied for number 1, so I'm feeling good.
Fuck your number 1 spot, nigga. I'm number 2 last.
I'm number 2 last place.
Second to last.
Nah, I'm number 1. I'm tied with 100 grand. But what y'all thinking for these next 8 games? Like anybody think they're gonna make a move, or is there a couple injuries and you just like foregoing the season? Like fuck this shit. Like what y'all thinking?
Bro, like 2 of my like workhorses been.
Matter of fact, Alex just beat me
since like the 3rd week.
Who are your workhorses? Chubb? Who you got?
Nick Chubb and Eckler.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nigga, you got Dalvin Cook. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's because I draft well. This is what happens.
I draft well.
Cook been cooking.
Yep.
Hey, y'all see his logo? Am I the only one that's seen his logo? That shit's sick. He got a chef hat. What?
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
He got a chef hat, and he got the beard and shit, and he wear the hood. It's like a beanie he got. That shit sick, man. I need my own logo. That shit make me want to go.
No, the league though. The league is jai close though. It's real close. I know I'm second to last, but it's like 6 Bammers that are 4 and 5, and I'm 3 and 6. I'm 3 and 6.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like I just gotta win some games. I just gotta win some ball games. These injuries, the COVID fucked me up.
Little slot.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I
Corey.
can slide up in there. I can slide up in there.
Where you at? You said what's your record?
I'm 3-6.
3-6. Oh yeah, yeah. You can get in the middle. You can get in the middle, but you ain't coming for me though.
I'll be there. I see you. I see you. I see you. Hey, Al, how many is it in the playoffs? It's
Don't worry
8
about it. You ain't
teams.
going.
It's 8 teams.
It's 8 teams in the playoffs.
I'm 2 games behind you, son. I'm 2 games behind you. You 5-4. You 5-4. I've been looking at the stats. I'm looking.
Nah, man. I think we I honestly think we got some competition this year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody as y'all just talked about, like the competition from this. I mean, from you got fucking 11 teams out of 12 that can like make a push for the playoffs. Like that.
It's real even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of competitiveness, and it's not even just like Diamonds are stinking it up. Like, yes, we got 5 or 6 teams with 4 and 5, but for the most part, everybody. I mean, if you got 6 teams with 4 and 5, that's means the game.
Diamonds taking lumps. Diamonds taking their lumps.
Yeah, that's real shit. And if you look at projections, like I just go across the board and look at the projections, like everybody's like averaging maybe like 120, you know what I'm saying? 120, some people in the 130s. But it's a good mix. Like nobody's at like, 80 per game. And I know, being in previous fantasy football leagues, there's always like 2 or 3 teams that's just like don't even get over 100. This is pretty even. Like it's even matched, and I feel like even like a 3-6 team or a 3-5 team can beat somebody at the top. So it's gonna be interesting coming down the stretch. My
you just gotta get in the playoffs.
Yeah, you just gotta make it there. You just gotta get
in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Just gotta get in the playoffs.
Yeah. And my thing is, I know y'all seen this too in y'all past, but it's always like a key player that gets injured, like the 13th week or something like that, and then your whole season fucked up. So I don't know who that's gonna be, but I'm hoping it ain't one of my people.
Shit.
But
Marcus got a fucking squad. Marcus should be fucking undefeated right now.
Marcus
has some injuries.
He did.
That's because I know I got Mostert and Christian McCaffrey hurt most of the season. But I'm hoping on that late season push to get Mostert back, and then I think I might be all right. But I'm just waiting for everybody to get healthy and make this get in the playoffs. That's just my goal right now: get everybody healthy and get in the playoffs. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, bro. You might be a problem too, because I just
COVID even shit out.
We just made that blockbuster trade.
Yeah.
Hey, me and this nigga was negotiating. How many hours was we negotiating?
I don't know. We was negotiating for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
All day. It was like that shit started like 4, ended at like 10. Like
you right. You right.
Like,
it was back and forth
like for hours.
But that was dope. You gonna kill him with the quarterback. I wasn't using Josh Allen 1 or 2 games, so I was like, I might as well trade something for him. But
nigga, you wasn't using Josh Allen?
Nah, bro, I got fucking Russell.
Nah, because you got Russell Wilson.
Oh, you got both. Oh, true.
He been balling. He been getting like 40 and 50.
He got smoked last week. How many points? He still put up mad points.
He still put up 30 last week. 32.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
he got smashed last week.
I was looking at his game log. Like he killing shit this season, Russell Wilson. Like every game.
Yeah. It's every season though. Russell Wilson would be like I was saying a couple weeks ago. Russell Wilson is a silent baller, dog. You don't really hear too much about him. You want to everybody talk about the Lamar Jacksons and shit. And the Kyler Murrays, but Russell Wilson's a fucking silent baller. He's a fucking assassin.
Yeah.
Shit.
So real quick, anybody got any players that's up for grabs? Y'all try and trade, or like any players that you need a QB, you need a wide receiver, or You don't want to talk about it. You just
I want running back. I want a running back. What y'all trying to do? I got Crowder over here. What y'all trying to do?
I think I've been shopping for 6 damn weeks.
Somebody sent me good. Somebody sent me a good trade, dog.
Nobody want Crowder.
Crowder actually doing pretty good. He just on a bad team, man.
Yeah, dog.
So why would I want that?
He still get you numbers. He still get you numbers.
He need to get you numbers.
He on a bad team, bro.
And don't nobody want to lock it though. I was trying to shop lock. Matter of fact, I was trying to trade Lockett to Marcus for McCaffrey. Somebody want to lock it?
Ooh, hell nah.
Yeah, but McCaffrey, I ain't have McCaffrey but like 6 weeks. Came back, dropped like 37. Like, why would I trade this? Like, it's a reason why I'm not letting him go.
I know. But that was back when he was still on IR though. That's back when he was still on IR. I was fishing. I was just out here fishing. You know
he might miss this week though. He got a shoulder injury, so it's not guaranteed he's gonna play. And then Josh Allen I just got from you. When the week he get activated on my team, it's his bye week, so I still got to pick up another quarterback.
Okay.
I tried to get Josh Allen.
After that, my team should be 100% ready to go.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so it's about that time for the
picks.
Our locks of the week.
Locking me in.
Locks of the week.
Week 10. Week 10 of the 2020 NFL. I don't know why this shit got this gap like this.
It's some good.
You betting on other games? Are you?
Yeah, man.
You feeling all right, Corey?
Yeah, it's some good games this week. It's some good quarterback matchups. I think it was Kyler Murray versus Josh Allen this week. Some good matchups.
That's straight.
That shit's small. Let me blow this shit up. Yeah. They're taking Detroit over Washington. I want to bet on that joint too. I got Washington on that joint.
Ooh.
Is it a minus or plus? Yeah, that's minus 3.5. Pittsburgh, Cincy, minus 8. 47.5. That's kind of high. But my fucking secondary is suspect, so.
This is a tough week, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of even matches, man.
This is a tough week.
Corey, what players are y'all on the COVID list?
Shit, Ben Roethlisberger's number 1, nigga, on the cover list. He don't got it. They say he don't got it, but he was in close contact.
Yeah, I know it's been in Vance McDonald, but who else?
Shit, I don't know, man. I think it was some like linemen. There's a couple linemen, and I forgot, man. There's a couple folks. It was all on offense anyway. All on offense. Okay. All on offense. No name niggas anyway. No name niggas. No names.
Oh, the Bengals picked up Tack McKinley. From ATL.
When? Well, that must have just happened.
Right.
They trying with some ball games out here.
It's gonna be a teaser weekend.
Yeah, this is. Yeah,
they got the Cardinals over. They got the Cardinals over the Bills, though.
I was just looking at that. That's gonna be a tough game. I don't know who's gonna win that shit.
What are they playing in Arizona or they playing in Buffalo?
Arizona.
Yeah, I'll take Arizona then. I'll take Arizona on that turf. I'll take Arizona in that dome. Yep. I'll take Arizona.
That's what you going with? Are y'all ready to jump out there?
You're
30 seconds, Lucci. Y'all go ahead.
What do you mean you ready? Then y'all go ahead, nigga.
I'm ready. Y'all go ahead.
Go ahead. You on the chopping block? Go ahead.
I'm on shot block.
Yep. Who you got?
All right, I got Washington over Detroit,
What's the line?
and I'm taking the over.
The over.
I'm taking the over.
I
I'm
can't.
taking the over.
What's the line?
What to say? I got
Mine-
blow shit up.
Mine,
Is it minus 3.5, 46.5?
So you got the over 46.5.
Yeah. And Pittsburgh. Where did I have us at?
Lord Jesus.
I'm gonna take the under on that. According to Pittsburgh, I'm gonna take the under. Baltimore and New England. That joint.
That's got to be over. What that shit? 41.5.
I know. I'm gonna take the over, and I'm gonna go with New England. I think Cam is gonna
+7.
try to be. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Cam. I'm gonna go with New England with the over. New England on the over. I think Cam's gonna come out here and ball. I'm Gucci. Y'all go ahead.
I'll take the over on the Baltimore game, 41.5, and then I'll take Minnesota. Is Minnesota minus 2.5? I don't know if they saying Chicago or Minnesota. I can't.
That'll be Minnesota -2.5.
All right, yeah, I'll take that.
Al, you ready?
Let me get the Eagles.
It goes -3.5.
Yeah, the Eagles -3.5 at New York. And then also I'm gonna take the Bengals, you know? I'm gonna take the Bengals +8.
Bengals +8. Division.
The Bengals +8.
Yes.
You know they play me, right? You know they play my squad, right?
You not on the field?
Unbelievable. I'm out there, dog, every Sunday.
Marcus, who you got, bro?
Give me the overall on the Ravens the Patriots game.
Okay, 41.5. I am going to take I'm gonna take Nolan's -9.
Who they playing? Oh, 49ers.
San Fran. And I'm also going to take Philadelphia Eagles -3.5.
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna be too greedy, even though I'm looking at this Green Bay game, but I ain't gonna be too greedy.
Where that Green Bay game at? Who they playing?
Jacksonville.
Oh, shit. 53?
Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna take Green Bay 13.5. I'm gonna buy down 13.5. And that's our Stone Cold Locks of the week for week 10. We have week 10 already. Good gosh.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Quick.
Week 10, 2020. This is the Fifth Quarter Podcast brought to you by Flight Room TV. Stay tuned for the Flight Room Podcast. Stay tuned over time. Give us some feedback. Give us some arguments on some sports. Because that's the best thing to do about sports, argue about the shit.
Oh, real quick. Before we close, the draft is next week on Wednesday. So should we could discuss that live for real.
Right. Yeah, we'll have a draft, live draft session. We gotta figure out a way to have, people chiming in live time. So
yeah.
y'all want to jump in, let us know if, like, I mean, most of us are Wizards fans. We want to hear some outside, you know, intel from, we want to have some, you know, outside intel on other teams. But everybody be safe, you know, and stay tuned for the Flight Room podcast. Oh, and we on iTunes, Spotify, so check us out there. Subscribe. Peace.
All right, peace.